Well, it's funny. Um, Sometimes I have to catch myself and realize that I'm living what I prayed for every day.
Wait a minute. Don't
Mm-hmm.
bypass that.
What's that?
Do not bypass that.
Oh,
Say that again.
for the people in the back. Sometimes I have to check myself and realize that I'm living what I prayed for every day.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Navigating the Lanes.
What's happening?
Listen. I am your co-host, Mrs. Lane. I know we're switching things up today, right? Y'all used to hearing Mr. Lane, but we've got a very special episode today. So I'm your co-host, Mrs. Lane, as I mentioned before, and we have a very special kind of semi-guest today. I'm very excited to have my beloved husband with us, Mr. Lane. How you doing today, babe?
I'm doing well. And you said beloved, did you?
Yes,
All
I
right.
said beloved.
I like it. I like it. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? I'm here. Me.
Listen, we've got some fire for y'all today. And I'm so excited because one of the things when we went to the table, we wanted to do something that was dedicated to what we both were navigating, maybe together, but sometimes separately. And as you can see, I'm the talker of the marriage and of the group. And I really don't even talk that much as I used to. But I really, really, really wanted to highlight my husband because he is such a unique individual. He's a powerful individual, whether he knows it or not. I'm looking at him, whether he knows it or not.
Appreciate
he is
that.
very powerful. And today we're going to talk about from pain to power, how his struggles ignite his motivation.
Yes.
Are you excited?
I am. I am elated, everyone. I am glad to be here, blessed to be here, and looking forward to see where this lane takes us.
All right, because we're navigating it today.
Yes, we are.
So I'm going to go ahead and just jump and start it off. We're going to do this interviewing style, and
something new for the podcast. So we're going to try it out, y'all.
Something new. We really want to delve in deep with y'all. So we're going to start with you, Mr. Lane. So one of the things I want to ask you is basically, who are you? And I know you'll be like, well, you know who I am, baby, but like, who is Edwin? Tell the people a little bit about, your upbringing, where you're from. What's the essence of you?
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and set this disclaimer that this isn't something that I do, y'all. I'm a very private individual. And so I'm going to give y'all a little piece of me during this little session. But Therese, as many of you that do or have seen this or will see this, you know me as that. But Edwin and Therese are in one and the same. And
explain that to the people, baby.
Well, sometimes I'd like to differentiate. Excuse me. I like to differentiate the two because Therese is who everyone knew back in the backwoods of North Carolina. Shout out to the 704. He was the one that was unfortunate in a few areas of this life and who had to figure some things out. Whereas Edwin is who has learned those lessons and gained a little bit of power back from the things that he had to survive. So like I said, I'm from the backwoods of North Carolina. I grew up in very humble beginnings by a single mother and my grandmother. Played in the woods, sucked on honeysuckles, jumped creeks, all that good stuff,
Good old country living.
Good old country living, cow tipping and all that good stuff. So let me see what else. Like I said, humble beginning, single mother, and just a simple life. Just a simple life in the country. Some would say that it was on the poverty line, but to me, it was just another day. It was just another day of getting up and figuring it out. Um, you know, don't want to go too far into things, but mama did everything that she could to make sure everything was on the up and up. You know, made sure that there was food on the table when there could be food on the table, and made sure that Christmas presents were under the tree when there could be Christmas presents under the tree. Uh, and needless to say, that not all the time that happened, but I feel like something like that made me part of the person who I am. Um, Anything else? What else you got for me?
So I'm gonna ask you this. You said part of that made you the person that you are.
Mm-hmm.
So go and talk a little bit about some of the things that you have encountered, good, bad, or indifferent, that you feel have made you the man that you are today. Because we all have had some good and some bad days.
Yes.
But
yes.
as the song say, we won't complain.
We won't complain.
Sing, but we won't complain.
No karaoke, y'all.
No karaoke today. This is about Mr. Lane. So just tell us a little bit about, some of the things that you went through, and go a little bit in depth about, you mentioned your mother.
Yes.
And you mentioned
shout
your
out, Mom.
Yeah, shout out to my mother in love. And you mentioned Mama.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about being reared and raised by those two women, and talk about how that was for you as a young man.
Okay. Well, being raised by some strong African American women, if you've been raised by them, then you know that there is a lot of no nonsense.
Amen.
Yeah, it's
Amen.
no nonsense, and they expect a lot of you out of you because they put a lot into you. My mama, man, she's a trooper. She made sure, like I said, she made sure I had any and everything I need, even if she didn't have what she needed. She made sure that, like I said, the refrigerator had things in it, and if there wasn't things in it, she was figuring out a way to put things in it. My grandma, mama, she taught me how to cut grass. She taught me how to, create a garden. She taught me how to be self-sustainable. She also was no nonsense. That's who you're not gonna disappoint, and she gonna let you know about it in the sweetest way, and then pray for you at the end of it.
Amen.
So, but just having those two women, to put that nurturing into me, it helped me to be part of the man that I am. It helped me to, like I said, be self-sustainable and not look for handouts, not try to put myself or put my problems on the backs of others, but to stand up and stay 10 toes and try to figure this thing out. Shoot, anything else?
Well, I do.
I'm loving this, y'all.
I don't know if he's loving this or not, because I want him to dig a little bit deeper.
Oh.
Yes, I want him to dig a little bit deeper. What did these women teach you? Because we've all had these people in our lives, and they've taught us valuable lessons. So I want to know, what, if you could pick one thing, just share with us one thing, a powerful lesson that your mother has taught you, as well as share one thing that Mama, God rest her soul, that she has taught you.
Yes. My mama taught me compassion, because mama was compassionate to others and their situations. If you came, I'm not gonna put my mama name out here, but if y'all know her, y'all know her. But if you came to our house and you was hungry, you didn't leave that way. Even if we didn't have a lot, you fix that baby a plate. Fix him something. We got something in there. So she was always compassionate to others and what they were going through, and she tried to do her best to be there for those people that were in need and that she felt that she could help, and she still does it to this day.
Yes, she does.
And so I learned that from her, just to be compassionate to other people's needs and be compassionate to the lack that people may be living in. Like, there was one thing that mama, whenever I did get new things for school, or go that first day of school, you think you the freshest. But mama would always tell me, don't you go bragging about what you got, because there are others out here that don't have what you have.
Amen.
And so that stuck with me all through my life, to not really, to really play down whatever it is that I do have, because you never know what people don't have. And you don't want to come off as that person that, oh, I got this, I got that. And, somebody going home like, dang, I wish I had it. Even if they're going to say it, or even if they feel that way, it won't be because you were putting it in their face. So, and Mama, oh man.
You got to pick one. I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, it was a lot of compassion for her, because, that's what my mama, got it from. But like I said earlier, my mom showed me how to be self-sustainable, because, my mom was, like I said, she did the gardening. She did sewing. She created her own clothes,
bacon. Don't forget the cookie pudding.
Oh yeah, bacon. Both of them taught me how to burn in the kitchen. So, that if that's not self-sustainable, I don't know what is.
Yes, sir.
So so, but yeah, they both taught me a lot of life lessons that I was able to put into my pouch and use to this day. Even down to decorating a house,
Thank God for it. Thank God. Because I do not. Thank God. Okay.
Hey, I've been putting up curtains and blinds and hanging pictures and all that good stuff for years.
Yes.
So yeah, and those ladies really put a lot into me, and I'm blessed to be able to draw from it to this day.
So, I saw your face, and I know those that will view this a little later, they're going to see how your face lit up when you talked about, especially Mama, when you talked about your mother, and when you talked about Mama.
Yeah.
I want you to share with the people because what we're talking about today is like, how do you take your pain and turn it into power?
Yeah.
And that's something to navigate, and that's something that you're probably still navigating today.
I am.
How did your struggles of growing up in a single parent household, and, tell the people a little bit about, because Mama had passed away, and forgive me, it's been how many years, baby? 14?
14, yes.
It's been 14 years since Mama has gone on to glory. And, that was a very difficult time for you.
Yes.
I was with you.
Yes.
We had just got together.
We were fresh in it. Yes.
Yeah, we had just gotten together. So when I see your face light up when you speak of her, that's very, very special. But I want you to talk about some of the times and some of the painful times that you have had. How did you what were those situations that were considered painful, and how did you turn that into the power? Because when I look at you, I see, like Bernie Mac, who's the man? I'm the man. Strong, healthy, black man.
I appreciate all that. I love
that's
it.
what I see.
I love it. I really do.
How did you take the things that were painful, like losing your mama? How did you turn that into your power?
Well, I tell you now, the day that I lost her, that was life jolting, because she meant a great deal. She was the part of the whole makeup of me. And that's still a lane that I navigate, because especially as you grow and you have somebody so influential like that in your life in the beginning, and as you're growing and you're building, and I've gotten married, I've done a whole lot of things, and they're not there to really share in those things with you. So that's still a lane that I'm navigating, which is the grief and the loss of her, and just going through knowing that I'm still gonna make her proud anyway. Even though she's maybe not here physically to see these accomplishments that I'm trying to accomplish, or have accomplished, or setting out to accomplish. But yeah, loss and grief is a lane that I'm still dealing with to this day. Matter of fact, the anniversary of her passing was just 2 weeks ago. So, usually from time to time here lately, time has begun to heal the wound, but it's still there. It's some years I may be, good and just okay, you know, she's in a better place, or I could be, you know, down in the dumps, and just really missing her. So, and I think this past time was really one of those. And I tried to just draw from that loss that I'm making her proud regardless. Just in the decisions that I've made, just in the man that I've become. Because when I lost her, I was 20 years old. I was still learning and figuring it out. Life. I'm in college. I'm trying to get things together. I'm trying to get this degree so I can try to help my family. Being one of the first ones in the family to actually go to a 4-year university and try to make it. So, and even in that time, in the loss of her, I had to be out of school for a while in order to take care of her previously to her passing. And true, that was heavy, because not only are you watching a loved one that you have so much admiration and respect for make that transition, but you still got real life going on behind you, as in school, exams, trying to just figure it out. But it's hard to figure that out when you're going through the spirit of loss, or you're about to go through the spirit of loss because you see it coming.
Yeah, I remember. That was a very difficult time for you. And I applaud you for just saying as much as you did, because as he said before, he's a very private person. So I acknowledge you, and I'm so proud of you for just navigating this lane and opening up just a little bit so we can continue on. And I wanna ask you another question to kind of follow that up.
Okay.
Because you have been like Superman to a lot of people, right? Myself included. You've been Superman to a lot of people.
Yes.
And anybody that knows about Superman, Superman has what? The kryptonite. So I want to know, since you have been referred to as the Superman, as the person that pretty much has most of the answers, all the answers, however you want to word it.
I wish.
What is your kryptonite?
Kryptonite for me would be fear. Even Superman wasn't scared of anything. He's the man of steel. You gonna run that fade with Superman regardless. But with me, my kryptonite would be fear, and there are a few things that go under that fear umbrella. It's pretty much fear of failure, fear of not being enough. Fear of whatever I'm setting out, and I guess this would be failure as well, but fear of just whatever I'm setting out to do, it just won't be complete. I would say, shoot, just fear, and a lot of you may even resonate with fear, because we all are trying to do something grand in this life. We're all trying to make our mark. We're all trying to get our 15 minutes of fame. And even for us that aren't trying to get the 15 minutes of fame, you just want to mean something to somebody when you're gone, when you're no longer here. So I would say for me, it was just fear of not being successful.
So, Drake made that song.
That's my jam.
You want the money and the cars and the clothes, and somebody else, a garden utensil. And he says he wants to be successful.
Yes.
And so success will look like it will look different to you, to me, to anybody else, however they identify. So when you think of success, go a little bit deeper. Okay. What does that? What does success look like for you, based off of what you shared with us and some of the struggles that you've gone through? What does success look like for you?
Well, it's funny. Sometimes I have to catch myself and realize that I'm living what I prayed for every day.
Wait a minute. Don't bypass that.
What's that?
Do not bypass that.
Oh,
Say that again.
for the people in the back. Sometimes I have to check myself and realize that I'm living what I prayed for every day. Um,
Go a little bit deeper. What you mean by that?
okay. Okay. Well, number one, I prayed to be in a situation to where I didn't have to wonder what was going to be the meal, and I also prayed for situations to where um I would have enough cash to just do the simple things. Because like a lot of us, shoot, I've been working since an early age, and just trying to, in a lot of cases, robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Oh yes, Lord.
And I wanted to be in a position to where Paul can get his fair share as well as Peter, and I can have mine too. And I've finally gotten to a place to where everybody has their fair share, and I do too. And I have to really just thank God that I was pulled from the flame, because a lot of us just burn up, and you don't get a chance to make it out of the flame to actually experience what's going on around you. So I'm just blessed to be able to be living what I prayed for every day.
That's powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow, that's that. You kind of left me a little bit speechless on that one. That's powerful. Not many of us can say that we are truly living what we have prayed for. And you'll have some good days and some bad days, but to know that what you pray for is to have the simple things and to be able to have a stable roof over your head, and to have funds to not have to rob Peter to pay Paul. And because I know I've been with you for a while, and I know some of the things that you and my mother-in-law have endured and continue to endure in some cases, and like I know some of the things. So just to see you both grow and flourish the way that you both are, that's amazing. That's nobody but God. Like that's God's blessings. That's God's favor, because nobody could do it but Him.
That's right.
So I want to ask you something about something to share, because a surprise. You're a black man, right? Yeah,
I am. Strong, healthy one.
So we might have some brothers, or we might have some people that can resonate with what you were talking about today. And so when you think of just 3 things that you desire, because you kind of shared with us that when you pray for things that actually you wanted to be able to have enough.
Yes.
And you wanted to actually be able to have more than enough, so that you can bless the people that have blessed you along the way.
Absolutely.
And I know you, and I know your heart, so I know that's what you mean, and I know that's what you desire. What would you say to somebody that has grown up impoverished?
Okay.
And has had many different obstacles, and at times had to rob Peter, or see their parents rob Peter to pay Paul. What would you say? And I guess let me reword that. What would you say to your 20-year-old self, as you're 34 now? So what would you say, knowing what you know and experiencing what you have experienced? What advice would you give your 20-year-old self when you just went through losing one of the most influential people in your life? When you and let me just elaborate for just a second. Edwin took care of his grandmother, and he took care of her, and along with his mother, both of them were there and nursed with her. And Edwin, I saw a lot of change in him when he went through that, and when just watching the person that he loved and cherished and adored, that was tough.
Very.
That was very tough to watch him, my Superman, essentially. That was one of his kryptonites. And so he took care of her all the way until the end. And that's my plug there. I will say that's when I knew that I wanted to marry him. is I saw the way you don't see many young men caring for their grandmother. You really don't see that. You don't see that at all. You know, being able to help her, to take care of her, to feed her, to get her medicines, to do anything that she needed. When I saw that, that was what was the hook, line, and sinker. Because, you know, he's also fine to look at, you know. So,
no.
but beauty fades. That's in the word, right? Beauty will fade, but it's the matter. And I don't know if this part's in the word, but I've always thought about this. Is what's in your heart, and you have a wonderful heart. You just got to open up and let people see it more.
Yeah.
I'm saying that, yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna release this, and he's gonna say, yeah. But you got to open up and let people see it more, because a lot of people don't know the story of how he took care of his mama all the way up until the end, and how he has a lot of the beautiful memories. And he is the one that knows how to make the famous cookie pudding, just like her.
Yeah.
Nobody can make it but him.
Yeah.
And so
some would differ and think they could do it, but
oh no, we know we know who's the one. But some of the things that you have gone through, what would you say to your 20-year-old self looking back?
just hold on. It's gonna get greater later. There are gonna be a lot of decisions that you're gonna have to make within the coming years, and use your surroundings as cues in which way that you need to go. Continue your path of not allowing others to sway your decision, and continue to be headstrong, because you're going to need it.
Right on. Well, I got one more question for you.
All right.
And I know I've taken you through the ringer right now.
My battery is depleting, y'all.
His social battery is about dead. So, yes, his social battery is about dead. But I want to ask you, and I think this would be something good to really close out on. I would like to know, what are 3 things that you are currently seeking and you're navigating to get there? But what are 3 things that you are on the quest or on the journey for as 34-year-old Edwin? What are you looking for in this life?
Right now, what's motivating me in this life, from young 20-year-old Edwin and all the way up to now, is right now I'm seeking wisdom, and I'm seeking peace as well as joy. Because when you go through a lot of situations, you know, it can rob you of peace and joy. Peace and joy are one and the same, kind of one and the same. I'll say they're intertwined, because you can't have joy without peace, and you can't feel peace without joy. And, you know, wisdom is just, I want to be able to have the wisdom to differentiate the two. And the wisdom to continue on for another 34 years and counting, you know, to,
man,
you know, there's a lot of things that I've learned from both of those beautiful ladies, that I would like to instill in my children one day, you know. So yeah, wisdom, peace, and joy is what I'm seeking.
So for somebody, I know I said that's the last question, but for somebody that has had the pain, how do you take those 3 things, the wisdom, the joy, the peace, and how do you convert that when you've been in a painful place trying to get to the place of power?
Well, you have to acknowledge the pain. You have to acknowledge that it happened. You have to acknowledge that it was there. And you also have to acknowledge that your feelings are valid for however it is that the pain is making you feel. Rather if it's grief, rather if it's abandonment, whether if it's loss, uh, or just simple pain in general. Like, you have to acknowledge it. And once you acknowledge it, you have to be ready to do the work and peel back those layers and really expose yourself. Whereas me, being a very private individual that I am, peeling back layers is difficult for me. So that's why I have a great helpmeet here to my left. Yeah. My great
had to look at that, huh?
my great helpmeet here to my left that is helping me to peel back these layers. Even now, as we're talking, I know many of y'all can see that she immediately put her hand on me just to make sure that I'm good. That's a help me, because she knows that I don't do well with peeling back layers and doing all these things. So yeah.
You did good, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of you.
Thank
And
you.
I honestly want to share with you all that this is just the first layer of getting him to pull back, because we're going to be out here healing.
Yeah.
We're going to be out here.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if somebody watches this and is blessed by it, even if it's just one person, we take it, because he has a very powerful story. And when he continues to keep pulling back those layers, that is when you are really going to see why I love him so much.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud of you, just to let you know.
Thank
proud
you.
of you for doing.
Thank you.
Okay, there you go. I'm proud of him for doing this. I'm proud of him for going into there, because he is private and he does not want to talk about a lot of these things. But this is where the healing comes into, and we are navigating the lanes together. And so I'm proud of you. And this is your spotlight episode. And I just wanted to put something out there. This is our second challenge. First challenge was won by Brother Vestavian Mitchell. Brother Vest.
Thank you for participating.
Yes, thank you, because he made it.
Yeah.
And we're trying to see who is actually making it to the end of the videos, because if I might say so myself, we're pretty doggone good.
Pretty doggone good, y'all. Listen, 73% of y'all are watching and not subscribed.
Yes.
Listen, y'all, come on, subscribe. Join the other 27.7 people that are subscribed and watching the video, y'all. We can see it. Come on. It don't cost you a thing. What was that song? My Love don't cost a thing. Who's that?
J-Lo.
J-Lo?
Yeah,
well,
that's all right.
Well, either way, hitting the like button, subscribe button doesn't cost you a thing. We here.
Yes, and we want to give it up to Brother Vestavian Mitchell. And we've got another challenge for a little something.
Bum.
So we really want to hear from you all, and we would like for the person that makes it to the end, whoever can do it first, whoever's notification that we get first, who will share the video, and not only share it via Facebook. Some of you all may not have Facebook, but this is for the Facebook. And Brother Vestavian, if you see this, get your lovely wife. She can stand in the gap for you. Okay. So if come on, sis. If you have it, share this episode, and also not only share it, but at the top where you can write a post, write one thing. Let's do this. Do you want to write one thing?
Yeah, because it's already having the folks do a lot by sharing it on the book. And
share it on Facebook and write one of the things that you took, one of your takeaways from the video, and how it has blessed you, and there'll be something in it for you.
Hopefully the video blessed you and you're just not going to have to go and just make up something out of the air. Hopefully, this gave a little ember to put into your pouch.
Yes, and you're going to have to make it to the end of the video anyway to be able to see the challenge.
Yeah.
So we hope, happy sharing. Whoever does it first, you got a nice prize coming for you via Facebook.
Via Facebook, y'all.
Yes.
Like, share, subscribe.
Please do. We appreciate the support. I appreciate my wonderful husband for digging in his bag, or pulling back the layers of the onion, I should say.
Pulling back the layers. And this, and I'll be, with the navigators here, I'll be transparent with you all. And, we'll have us another rap session. But I think that's good for today.
That's good for today. That's all we got for you, y'all. Come back and see us because next time it's going to be a spotlight episode for yours truly. And y'all are going to want to tune in for this.
Yeah, because she doesn't mind going deep. She don't mind it at all. And I think y'all have a real treat.
And plus, it's going to be my birthday episode.
So ooh, it's going to be a treat, y'all.
We're going to be celebrating.
Gotta pull up for the Queen's B-Day.
Yeah. 35. Pulling up on 35.
Yeah.
We thank God for it. We thank God for all of our NTL family.
Come on.
Like, share, subscribe.
Please.
We're trying to get to 100 followers and likes via Facebook.
Yeah.
So please help us to get there.
We're trying to get 40 subscribers on YouTube.
Yes.
You know, just something real light work, you know.
Help us get there.
Yeah.
That's all we got. We love y'all. Peace out. We'll see you next time.
Catch you on the next one.
See ya.